All right. So, hello and welcome to this installment of Visionary+Empaths. So, I want to make sure, I feel like my orientation is off. So, if you could let me know. Sophia, yay. So, we're going to go ahead and bring you on. You should have got an invitation. So, go ahead and click it. But I want to make sure that my orientation is correct. So, am I sideways or am I right side up? Can everyone hear me okay? Is the volume okay? Can you hear me okay? So let me know if the volume is good. So I've got a couple people on, which is great, but can you hear me? So can somebody let me know if I can be heard and if my orientation is okay? Sophia? Sideways, that's what I thought. It felt like I was sideways. Okay. What about now? How is it? Are we good now? Yeah, I feel like am I not side, am I okay? All right, so we've got an amazing show on this evening. Um, hey, Sophia.
Hey,
How are you?
I am good. How are you?
Good. So, I want to welcome everybody. This is Visionary Empath Unite. We meet every Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. and I'm your host, Visionary Empath Coach Ber-Henda Williams, and I coach empaths who want to make a deep impact on the world. So they want to use their gift. And if we're not familiar with an empath is a very special individual who is able to feel the thoughts and feelings and emotions of other people as if they were experiencing their experience for themselves. They're able to take it into their body. And that can be a very overwhelming experience. But each week, I have amazing people like Safiya Robinson from the Barbados who share their experiences and their wisdom around the empathic gift. So it's nothing to be afraid of and nothing to stress out about or worry about. There are ways for us to take care of ourselves. So Safiya, who is a writer, blogger, full-figured model,
Yes.
amongst other things, is living out here living her best life and serving. You froze for a second. Okay, now you're back. Okay, so I was just saying, welcome to the show.
Thank you. I hope I'm not breaking up. I'm not sure which of us is breaking up. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course, technology. We're always at the mercy of technology, but we are going to jump right into it. So thank you everybody who's on our feed right now. Please feel free to drop us questions, and we will answer them to the best of our abilities. So Sophia, we're just gonna jump right into it. Sophia, when was the first time that you recognized that you were an empath?
Um, so it's probably probably a few years ago when I first heard the term.
Mm-hmm.
I basically got diagnosed with thyroid disorder probably about 4 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and it was so after being on medication for a while, I was looking for other solutions and I came across a course for training to be a health coach. And I was like, instead of getting a health coach, why don't I try to get some of the knowledge to work health? And that was where I first heard the term. So when
Mm.
the person who was doing the lecture and described it, I was like, that is a real thing because I felt it for a long time, but I thought there was something. I guess for me, it just felt like there was something wrong with me. I felt like, why am I so like? Part of it was being very sensitive, but a part of it is I work very closely with people who are in pain or who are stressed out, and it would leave me
Mm.
like I couldn't understand why just like everybody was like, just switch it off, it's fine. And I'm like, I don't even think you understand how it feels. So when he kind of went through the term, I was like, ah, okay. But I will say it didn't it didn't feel like a gift. It kind of felt like something I was cursed with at the time. As I really see people who are in pain and stuff, it just felt like, what is this? So, but my sister said, I think I might have said this to you. My sister said something to me which I loved. I said to her, why do I have this thing? Like, it's so horrible. And she's like, your superpower is often until you learn how to control them. And I was like, it's a superpower. So since then, I've been trying to think about it in a different way. But it's been a journey. It's been a journey.
I'm sure, to say the least. And so, Safiya, if you can share with our audience, what type of empath are you? Or what types of empath are you?
So I, so I, I think emotional, which
Yes.
is where I am very much tend to feel other people's emotions, and it's
Mm-hmm.
um I can keep it out for a little while, but I can't. It's not something that I can do all the time. But also, and I don't know if this is an empathic thing, but I definitely find I feel connected to, like, even people who are in another country, or like
Oh, yes.
feel like something is wrong with this person. I need to call this person. And then I would call the person and they'll be like, oh, I was just thinking about you, or I had a dream about you. Just that type of thing. So I'm not sure if that's the same part of the emotional, but that's a big part.
Yeah, that is a huge part. So it can fall into the emotional relationship empath as well. And so it's important to note as well for our empath, especially when things happen like global tragedies. An empath will often feel it too. Like they'll feel the emotional buildup, like when they had the plane crash in Ethiopia,
Mm-hmm.
when there's tsunamis, um, you know, hurricanes in like Puerto Rico. Emotionally, you'll um, you'll feel it. So you are right in tune with that. And so you also have a special gift too that I think that is important for empaths to develop. You're a writer.
Yes, and it is like it is life. It is again, it's something that I only started really stepping into recently, and it's just like so such a
Yeah. So let's talk about what that's like to channel, this creativity through your body, and how does it influence your writing?
well, it's a funny thing. Hello, actually. Um, so it's I started a blog about 2 years ago, and I just wanted to write about the life lessons that I was learning as I was coming up to 40, which I did almost 2 years ago. And
Nice.
yeah, it's been a good decade so far. And after writing the blog for quite some, I really enjoyed it. Like, I just it feels like I always say, it feels more like inspired writing than anything else. Like,
Mm-hmm.
to write it, and then it'll be done. I'm like, oh, that was strange. And so then this time
Yeah.
last year, I decided to write a book, and it was very similar. Even like almost like feel as if it's coming from somewhere else. It's hard to describe. It's really hard to describe, but
No,
it just feels very
that's
inspired.
a perfect description. Yeah. No, that feels
Mm.
very
So,
accurate. Yeah.
mm,
Yeah. So,
someone
what types of
gave
things?
me a quote the other. Sorry, so the best stories write themselves, but I feel that's how I feel like. I feel like it's just writing itself, and they're kind of like transcribing it.
Yeah, I think it's important. I love that you are availing yourself to the creative process. And I'm sure as an empath, it gives you some place to put all that energy into. And as you're writing about wonderful things like the self-love and the lessons that you've learned, what are some of the biggest lessons that you learned? Because 40 seems to be a very pivotal year for women. So if you can share with us some of the insights that you have.
Well, probably one of the biggest lessons, not to take life too seriously, which I know sounds a bit crazy, but like I can remember a lot of 20s and 30s, and like just just don't, you know. I don't. I think if I hadn't learned that lesson, I wouldn't have been able to put my work out there because I would have been so like, is it perfect? Does it sound like this? Does it do that? Whereas I'm like, let's see what happens. So to me, that was a huge lesson, just not to take things too personally and not to take life too seriously. And also that I could learn from anyone. Like one
Mm-hmm.
of the a lot of the lessons I've learned have been from my 4-year-old nephew, and he has so much to teach. And I'm like, if I can learn from a 4-year-old, um, educated, or whether they're 4 years old and they're trying to explain to you why they don't want you at their birthday party because adults are not as much fun as kids, which he told me the other day. Like, so yeah, I could learn from anyone, and so just being open to what can I take away from this experience, what can I learn from this experience, from this person.
Mm. Yeah, and that's yummy. And I love that your nephew says adult people are not as fun to be around, but I love that there's still like an innocence to being empathic. And actually, that's one of the good like remedies. Be around younger people because they are a lot more, they are a lot of fun. They have like all this beautiful energy and they're like a lot of fun to be around.
Yes. And I feel like, and this is just a personal, like, that's the other big lesson I learned. I was writing about it again this morning, and it's about the things that we can't see. Like, I think that was the biggest part of me kind of embracing being empathic is like, stop looking for all this hard evidence and realizing, like, you're may not be able to see those connections there. And I feel like one of those things, so I started believing in the things I have no evidence for. And one of those things is I really think children are very empathic, like super. And when I see children, it's like they're very, they take on the energy of the room and they can really,
They
you know,
do. They do.
and I feel like there's a part of me that wonders, what happens. That's just, I like asking. So that's one of my recent questions, like what happens to all that empathic energy that children have? Like, it's like or what? How do they suppress it, and how can we stop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that observation that you made that children are highly empathic and they really are. Like if you watch children and animals how they react to people, that can tell you a lot about the energy that a person is carrying by their reaction.
Oh yes, I remember a friend of mine when her son was a baby, like a really small baby. I went to visit her, and I'd never met him before. And he came straight to me, and we sat there, and he was nice. His friend came here yesterday, and he didn't take to her very well. And I was like, "Is it her perfume?" And I was like, it was not her perfume." But children are
Mm-mm.
just so inhibited with what they feel other people.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and I think that they're like a kind of the litmus test to tell, what kind of energy or spirit a person is bringing. Because, and then they're also very honest. Children are
That
very, very honest.
extremely. So
Yeah, yeah,
I I have done a lot of work with kids, and I just love them. They're just the best.
yeah. They're very special. So, Safiya, can you share with us some of your self-care techniques? Because, carrying the gift. Some people think it's a burden. I feel like it's a gift. However, we must take care of ourselves. How do you take care of yourself?
I That is like a big part of, and being okay with that. Like I'm the sort of person who I'll go to, if I go to a gathering, I'll
Mm-hmm.
reach a point where I need to leave right now. It's getting too much, too overwhelming. And I used to not fight that. I used to fight that a lot. I used to be like, no, I have to stay. And now I'm like, no, when I have to leave, I just leave. So I know when I have to leave. I know when I have to recharge. I know when I have to go and be on my own. And that's a huge,
Mm-hmm.
just being accepting of these things about me and not trying to do things because other people are doing them. So I know, like I said, even family gatherings, and I love my family. It's like after a while, I'm like, okay, this is too much. I need to just sit on my own, even if it's sitting in the bathroom, sitting in a room, or just leave. my I have an uncle who started leaving the last parking space for me right at the end because he knows like there's gonna come a time when she's gonna want to leave and she's gonna want to leave now and she's gonna just want to roll out, and that's probably the biggest part of it, just accepting and reading my own energy and how I feel and just responding to it and giving myself what I need at that time.
Yeah.
And the other thing, big thing, is walking and writing. Like I like just going for a walk.
Ooh, walking and writing. So we got the two W's, walking and writing.
Not at the same time, like not best done.
Right?
Right, trust me, but like walking, just there's something about walking. I feel like it kind of soothes me. It makes me creative, and it
Mm-hmm.
just kind of refreshes. And writing is, like I said, writing is probably the biggest one. Just kind of putting my thoughts together, getting how I feel out. You know, not all of it is to share,
Mm-hmm.
but we have that as a big part.
No, those are really great tips, being self-aware and also self-accepting, because I think especially, culturally, speaking in the African American community, we're very
So
communal
true.
and we like to gather. So it can be difficult, like, what's wrong with you? Like, why don't you want to be with the family? Why don't you want to be around people?
Extremely
So,
difficult. I
um,
deal
yeah.
with it. Follow my own instinct.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Because you know what? Family can be a bit much. And the
Yeah.
gatherings, I'm not sure how it is in Caribbean culture, but I know definitely in the African American culture, too. Music is very loud. We like loud music. We like a lot of food. We like a lot of people. And it's not short. Like when people come over, they'll say 15 minutes, but 15 minutes really means 2 hours.
Oh yeah, and my favorite. We're having a tea party, and you're like, "Where's the tea?"
Right,
Stuff
where's
like
exactly where's the tea? Long Island iced tea? But
that. But it's like I love people so much, and this is probably one of my biggest contrasts. Like, this is something that I wrote about a bit. Like, I feel like I have these two different contrasts inside of me because I love to be alone and to recharge, but I also love people. I love my friends. I love my
mhm,
family.
sure.
Create ways of spending time with them that work for all of us because I get cranky. They'll tell you like if I stay too long, gee, so it's not in anybody's best interest for me to stay too long. So I found ways to really connect with my friends and really like have good relationships, but still be okay with okay, time's up.
Yeah.
And they kind of a lot more understanding about that now.
No, that's good. And that's really important that you honor, your own rhythm and know when to say when and when to put up the boundaries. Leslie says, I have to escape. Yeah. And, it doesn't make you a bad person. It makes you a responsible person to manage your energy and say that it's time to go. So, one of the things I recommend for anybody, make sure you drive. Make sure that you have the keys.
There's like I always drive my that was a lesson I learned probably just after I learned to drive. Like before I got my first car, I was somewhere and I couldn't get away. And like the next day I went to dealership and I was like, dude, I need a car. Like uh
Yep.
yeah, I want to just be able to leave without anybody stopping me. That's right. Cherise,
Yep.
hello.
Mm-hmm.
Sharice from my
That's
book
right.
club. Hi, Sharice.
So that's right, Cherie. So I love the other part. So what is the benefit that you see for writing for the empath as a tool? What's the benefit for writing?
So much. Like, I don't know about other empaths, but I carry a lot. I carry a lot. I
Oh
carry a
yeah.
lot of emotion
You do.
in my head, and it helps me decompress. It helps me to sort out those thoughts and to kind of examine them. Like when they're in my head, I always say it feels like a ball of wool. So it helps me to just take them out, like straighten it out, and just examine some of them are true. Some of them are, negative self-talk. Like I need to sit down and I need to examine these things and be like, what,
Mm-hmm.
which is this, and which am I holding on to? I want to let go. And I find it easier to do that if I can see it in front of me. So that's what I find writing does for me, and it allows
Yes.
me to explore things.
I
Definitely.
love that. I absolutely love that. And so, as Yonlo would say, you got to call a thing a thing. And so I love that the writing, really helps you see kind of in black and white, like in your face, okay, this is what's going on. This is what I'm feeling. And then maybe it may not even be yours at all. It could be somebody else's energy that you took on because you're also getting certified to coach.
Yes, I
Mm-hmm.
thought that. Like I was one of the things that kind of resisted it was because I was like working on one on one with somebody who's like trying to make changes in their life. It's going to be like exhausting for me, but they teach. The thing I like about the program that I'm doing is they're very good with teaching your boundaries. Like how do you hold boundaries in this relationship? So, and I'm looking forward to taking some of that into some of my other relationships.
Yep, having those healthy boundaries. So, Safiya, I could speak to you all night, but I would love for people to get in touch with you to learn more about your coaching, but also your writing and your wisdom and your books and your modeling and everything that you do. So, how can people get in touch with you?
So I have a blog. It's a little bit like my brain. I'm still trying to straighten it out right now, but there's one section with lessons that I learned as life lessons. I put it in a separate section, and then the others, I think, I said in my bio, I love to write about all things community, and diverse communities are like one of my big passions. But I also like to write for and about women. Like I love the feminine energy. So
Oh.
that's a big thing. So you can find it at
Yes, yes, yes.
www.13. So I'll
Can
put
you
it
drop it in the
in
comment
the comment,
section so that people, yeah, put in the comments. Yeah.
and
Way, even in the repost and the replay, people can get in touch with you.
yes, and my book, like I'm super excited because I just got it back from the layout, the person who does the layout. So it's it's almost there. So if you go on the blog, there'll be updates on that, and yeah, how it's coming.
That is simply amazing. And, um, I'm just so proud to like kind of watch you blossom and grow and share in your gifts and, your abilities. Um, it's really quite awesome, to watch and see. So, um,
Yeah, and I think community.
this evening. And thank you for the beauty that you're just giving to the world. You are simply, I'm sorry, you broke up?
No, I just said thanks. You're breaking up as well, so sorry.
Oh, yeah. 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 So I'm sure, yeah, the longest, but I love that, you in Barbados and here, me here in the United States, I love that we're able to make these kinds of connections. So it's really important that we share the knowledge. And I just thank you, yeah, for being with me on this conversation tonight. So, ladies and gentlemen, Safiya Robertson, you can find her at 39 and counting. Safiya is one of my IGC sisters. So Inner Glow Circle is how she and I connected. And so you can find out more information about the Inner Glow Circle at innerglowcircle.com. If you are at all interested in up-leveling your life, coach training, they are
Master.
certified. So they have mastermind. There's a mastermind available for $69 a month. And then there's also the Inner Glow free circle that you can join as well if you kind of want to tiptoe your your way, put your pinky toe in. And so some of you I've invited and have been able to benefit from the group. So please share this this broadcast, tag all of your empathic friends. And so I do want to shout out a couple of people that are making this possible. So I would definitely want to shout out Brianna McLeave, who is an amazing meditationist, intuitive, Reiki practitioner, physical empath, spiritually jonesing. So check her out. She is absolutely amazing. Spiritually jonesing. She's here on Facebook. You can check out her group. And then she does have a retreat coming up. So please make sure that you're on the lookout for that. So Brianna, if people can get a hold of it, we would love to have that, because another one of my Inner Glow Circle sisters is partnering with her on that, and that's Amanda JP Brown. So this knockout, yes, Amanda. So they're doing a knockout collaboration. Yes, I know, right? I'm like, oh, this delicious goodness just going on here. And so that's another sister, and she was on one of our broadcasts as well. So Amanda talked about shadow work, which is very important. So that's another space where we need to cultivate looking at those funky, stinky parts of ourselves and, embracing that as well, so that we can grow and heal it and move forward. So I absolutely adore, this group of women. Safiya, I absolutely adore you. You are fantastic. So thank you for joining us this evening. Absolutely, anytime. And so when you get new material dropping, please let me know. We'd love to have you back on as a guest.
Perfect. I will. Thank you.
Okay. I'm always here for you. So thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. So please share this. Tag your empathic friends. Let them know that there is support. You can also check out Be Intentional with Ber-Henda Williams, which is a group here on Facebook. We give you tons of information about empaths and how to manage that gift, because it is a gift. It is a blessing, not a curse, to be able to feel so intensely and be connected to one another is a blessing. So we'll see you next Tuesday. Again, my friend, thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Have a great evening.
All right. See you next time.